Hello! So today I'm going to do some internet bandwagon jumping on. If that makes sense. There's been this trend that's been going around YouTube at the moment, and it's something that I've always kind of wanted to do something similar like. So today I'm going to give it a shot.
Con los terroristas.
Out! No! Not Harlem Shake. Never, ever Harlem Shake. I'm actually talking about 7 facts. It's a video, essentially, where I share 7 facts about me. So, simple enough. Start with number 1. My name is actually kind of confusing. I'll go into a bit more detail than that. My family owns and used to operate a small shop in my hometown called a Dimond & Co. And this has been passed down for about 3 or 4 generations, and every Dimond kid's first name begins with an A. My great-grandfather was called Archie, my grandfather's called Arthur, my dad's called Anthony, and my sisters are called Amy and Anna. But if you're thinking that, hang on a minute, Hal doesn't start with A, then well done, your education has not failed you. I'm actually named after my dad, and my full name is Anthony Hal Dimond. And yeah, I go by my middle name. I guess to avoid Anthony Jr. or Anthony II or royal shit like that, I've literally just always been known by my middle name. I guess it does get pretty confusing. I mean, whenever I meet a new person and find out that my first name is actually Anthony, and they're like, how'd you get Hal from Anthony? You don't, they're 2 separate names. The easiest way that I kind of explain the whole situation is just like, my middle name is in the wrong place. Yeah, that's right, my middle name is insubordinate. Stupid middle name, you will know your place. Number 2! While this strictly speaking isn't a fact about me, it's always been something that people have asked about, especially on the YouTubes. My second fact is how I know JoshJepson. Me and Josh have actually been friends for about 5 years. About 5 years ago, Josh was working on Pokemon hacks, which is essentially like a type of machinima where you take a ROM of a Pokemon game, you go in and you edit the code, create your own storylines and film it. And when I stumbled across his videos, the big Pokemon nerd that I am, I was like, this dude is really, really good at this. But his writing is shit. And it was. The story and the dialogue was a bit poor. And so I wrote a message on YouTube to him saying that his writing was poor. Good start, I know. But surprisingly, a couple days later, he emailed back saying that he was really actually impressed that someone had taken the time to tell him that his, writing wasn't the best, something he was aware of, and that he was sick of people just saying, yeah, you do really good videos, you're amazing. I should probably add that in that first message, I offered my writing skills, because at the time I fancied myself a bit of a writer. I mean, I still do, I just don't really get the opportunity much these days with all my acting shenanigans. And he was like, I wouldn't mind working with you. So he added me on MSN. God, that was back when MSN was a thing. And we played a couple of games on Halo 3. And that was 5 years ago, and we're still friends now. Over those 5 years, we worked on a lot of projects that none of which really came to fruition. And as many of you know, I went to America to meet him for the first time in person. Hello! And to work on a project that didn't come to fruition. I swear we are cursed. But that goes rather nicely into fact number 3. I cannot stand English stereotypes. Back in the first 1 or 2 years of me and him being friends, he'd first started doing LPs, and he'd have me co-commentate on 1 or 2 episodes, just the odd episodes every now and then. And of course, me being an English person, being thrusted into a fairly substantial American audience, I get bombarded with British stereotypes. And oh my god. Seriously, I still get this kind of thing on my channel, and I kind of grit my teeth and bear it, but I mean, to give you an example of how much it really grinds my gears, whenever a TV show sort of has an English character on it, and they're really stereotypically British, sort of a ninny, a weakling, got bad teeth, they all talk like this and what, I challenge you to a fight, nah, I instantly lose respect for that TV show, just a little bit. For example, Family Guy. I love Family Guy, I find it hilarious, but whenever they have an English person on there, they're I'd love a bit of crumpet. And it makes me think, is that what you Americans really think us English are like? I mean, to be honest, our culture isn't really that much different. I'm sure we have different food, money, and accents, but other than that, there's not that much different. But enough of me being a whiny little bitch, rant over fact number 4. This one's a bit strange, but at the moment I'm studying at Lincoln University, and when it really boils down to it, the reason I am here is because a YouTuber lived here. Now hold your horses, because it's not as stalkery and creepy as it sounds. About a year ago, when I was in my last year of college, which is a bit like the last 2 years of high school for you Americans, I had to pick where I was going to go for my further education, and I primarily picked drama schools. And one of my tutors said to me, it's not a good idea just to apply for drama schools. You should at least apply to one general conventional university. And I was like, yeah, that is a good idea, but I'd done no research on universities. I just looked at drama schools and I was a bit of a loss. And then I was just browsing YouTube one day and I saw this.
The University of They're Here.
I didn't think, oh, a YouTuber goes there, I must go to that university. It was literally just a case of the University of Lincoln name was planted in my brain. So, you know, I went and checked it out, went to a couple of open days, and I fell in love with the city, I fell in love with the university, the course was really good. I was just like, alright, I'll put this down as my backup choice in case the whole drama school thing falls through. Which, of course, it did. So, the only choice I had was to come here. And I couldn't be happier. As I said, I love the city, I love the university, I love my course, I've got amazing friends, and to be honest, if it hadn't have been for me just stumbling across TomSka's video, I wouldn't have met, like, my girlfriend, who is lovely in every sense of the word. So, there you go, TomSka, you have no idea who I am, but I owe the fact that I'm here to you. That is really fucking weird. Carrying on with the theme of university and life, I guess. Most people who've done this kind of videos kind of include their greatest fear. And while I don't have like any phobias, I'm not afraid of spiders or anything like that, I am kind of petrified of failure. When I'm old, I want to be able to look back and, you know that I've had an impact in this world. Know that I've changed something or had some sort of influence. I want to be able to look back and say, I've done the very best I could have done with my time on this planet. Fact number 6, my ring. People have pointed this out. No, it is not the one ring to rule them all, or any other Lord of the Rings reference. This is a ring that my mum wore from when I was born, and on my 18th birthday, she gave it to me. Both my sisters have one, not like this one, but the same sort of sentiment. I don't like wearing rings, and so I wear it around my neck. One of my sisters does wear it on their hand, the other one wears it on an anklet. I always like to have it on me. I did go for a stage of wearing it on my hand because my old leather cord broke, and I'd rather just bear having a ring on my hand than not having it near me, and it's sort of comforting. And you know, I'm a very sentimental person, which is fact number 7. As some of you may know, I have a wall in my bedroom back home that's just full of stuff. A while back I did a video touring you around said wall of stuff, and as you can see, I've got Wall of Stuff Mark 2. I won't give you a tour today because it would take too long, but I'm thinking about doing it again sometime soon. Most of it is stuff from America, but I've, you know, gathered a few fair bits since being here. But there's all kinds of crap up there. There's cigar wrappers, there's lighters, there's, you know, bits of sweet wrappers or bits of rubbish. One of the things up there is one of those plastic things you get on 6 packs of beer, but they all have some sort of sentimental value to them. So they're up there. That's it. I guess now is the time in the video where I tag a couple of people just to do this. Number 1, since I talked about him earlier, I'm going to tag JoshJepson, and since I've been wearing your t-shirt, I'm going to tag you, Pico. Josh and Patrick, it's your turn. So there you have it, 7 facts about me. Not very interesting, some a bit deeper than I probably would have liked, and just remember, never ever will there be a Harlem Shake video on this channel.
Do the Harlem Shake.
Oh, dick.